This week I've started a $1,000 to $10,000 trading challenge, and this is exactly where we're at so far. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I've been going about trading this challenge so far. Of course, this isn't a funded account challenge. This is a personal challenge that I've set to show you guys that you can scale capital quite fast as long as you've got the right and a good strategy behind you. You've got risk management and your market knowledge is there, yeah? Now, this isn't necessarily an account flip, yeah? I'm not trying to flip these accounts. I'm trading this account consistently and consecutively, and everything is monitored. Now, I'm not risking 1%, I'm not risking 50%. My average risk is around 10% of the account so far. Now, normally when I'm trading my personal account, I'm risking around 5%, yeah? But my standard personal account is a little bit larger, so I'm normally risking 5% of my account anyways. But other than that, I'm trading funded accounts, yeah? The funded accounts that I trade on Top Step have a max loss limit of 3%, yeah? And I risk 0.5 to 1% on them accounts. So normally I've got about 3 or 4, maybe 5 trades until that account is blown. And I'm rarely blowing accounts, yeah? Normally the pass rate is this, it's 2 accounts, every 2 accounts that I buy, I pass 1. So I've got 50% pass rate with Top Step, yeah? So that being said, I'm rarely losing, or my losing streak is rarely larger than 4 or 5 trades. So if I'm risking 10% of an account, I've got to lose 10 trades in a row to actually blow this account, yeah? This account I've been losing a little bit more because I'm trading very aggressively. But when I say losing, it's more of very small losses for very big wins, tight stop losses, aggressive trades, and then I'm moving my stop loss down. So sometimes I'm getting hit out break even, and then I'll wait for price to sort itself out and then possibly re-enter depending on what the chart's telling me. But I'm not just spamming trades. I'm not just trading random candles. I'm using my full strategy to place the main trades. And then along the way, I'm using my market knowledge to trade the trend. So I've been even trading London session doing this challenge so far. And currently, well, I started the challenge on Monday. I've had, if we go to my TradeZilla here, so I've linked this account up to TradeZilla. And yeah, this is what we got so far. So, well, first of all, the Trade of 8-1. So I'll show you guys, this is a live account, live and active, $2,319 in equity right now. So if we go to the reports this week, I'm not sure if it will tell us the max, but the end of yesterday, it was at 3K, and then I took a few losing trades. So we're currently sat at $2,319 in the balance, which is about $1,300 profit, which is about 130% of the account from when we started on Monday. But TradeZilla is saying 1.7. I'm not sure if it's because the trades that I lost last night was just towards the end of New York session. So I'm not sure if that's just fucked up here. I did just import all of these stats today and link the account. So now, as I continue the challenge, everything should be updated consistently. But it says 1.7K profit has been made on here. You can see here we had, on Monday, the day we started the account, we made 100% on the account, yeah? We started with $1,000, deposited that, well, it was on the end of July, and it takes about 5 days for a deposit to come in on Trade of 8 live accounts. So put in $1,000, it landed on Sunday night, and then we can see it on here somewhere, account balance history this week. So you can see on the 8th, or yeah, the 8th, was that? Or is that the 11th? The 11th, sorry. Oh no, the 11th was the Monday. So the money landed on the 10th. And then the 11th, which was the Monday, is when we made our first profitable trade and profitable days. Like this is the first trading day, so it went off to a solid start, to be fair. The trades are pretty clean. They was following the strategy. On Monday, I traded no, Tuesday I think it was, I traded London session. Monday was mainly sweep of Asian highs and then target in London lows, and then we got a nice juicy trade out of that. You can see we took 5 trades on Monday, we took 13 trades on Tuesday. Yesterday we took 12 trades. Yesterday was a bit of a fucker. Yesterday, and I'm bearing in mind, I haven't set any rules yet, so I just started this challenge just like kind of as a personal challenge to see like what the fuck, like let's have at it, yeah. And now it's gone off to a flying start, so we're just going to continue doing exactly what we're doing. But I have set some rules now, which I'm going to go through now too, because there needs to be rules in place. I was trading very aggressively, and I wasn't trading outside of strategy or outside of the trend. I was mainly following the trend, following continuations, and then following the higher time frame continuations, that is, but on the lower time frames, catching aggressive entries, paying attention to the market structure. So I'm not trying to hit like fucking 1 to 10s, bruv, do you know what I mean? But I have hit a few 1 to 6s, 1 to 7s, and they've been nice. So like yesterday I was trading throughout London session, trying to preempt the drop. What the drop was, I don't even know where the fuck it was. I think it was this one here. Yeah, so I was selling all of this here, trying to wait for this drop, and then we got shagged, and essentially what happened is I caught the actual trade that I was looking for. I had the sweep of liquidity, 5-minute break, entered off of the 1-minute fair value gap and the Fibonacci levels, and then I targeted the lows, the hourly lows, and we hit a nice trade. So I ended up losing about $900. The account was at about 3K. Yesterday, starting day, it was about 3K, and then I lost $900, and then we caught the true move, the move that I was trying to catch the whole time, but I was trading so aggressively and pretty stupidly that I wasn't being patient with it, and essentially we made back all of them losses with that one trade, which was nice, but I haven't been limiting myself to amount of trades taken. Now I don't think this is actually 12 trades that I physically placed, because when I'm closing half, or if I'm hitting take profit, if it has its futures, you buy against or you sell against, so it's going to count that as a trade as well. But probably at least 75% would be actual trades placed. I mean, this day I was quite picky with everything. I was only with $100 risk as well, and we hit a nice 1 to 10. And the second day I was at $150 risk, so I was risking about 15% of the account roundabout, and then we hit another 1K a day. So at this point the account was sitting at 3K, and then we come in Wednesday, we had that techie day, we lost 900, I made 900, and then I continued trading again, and then I ended up losing another 700. So we was down, so like it says 3765 here, but that's wrong, I'm sure. So the account balance right now, as you can see on trading view here, down the bottom right, 2319. So we're sitting at $2,319. The challenge has been active for 3 days. So it's not too shabby, do you know what I'm saying? It's sweet as a nut, really and truly. I haven't put a time limit on this challenge. I would like to try and complete it within this month, the month of August. We shall see. We're off to a good start, so it's definitely doable. You know what I mean? I'm already, we was 30% complete on the challenge yesterday, but during them losers, now we're about 23% up for the whole challenge. So like 23% completed even. So yeah, should be able to fly through it. But the rules that I've set, so on this, where the fuck is it? This one here. So I set some rules alongside this challenge so that I've got a bit more structure behind what I'm doing, because I was kind of just literally, I'm just observing, waiting for things to happen and then acting upon them and being rational and sensible with it, not trying to be greedy, risking accordingly, and yeah, just not scared trading, really, being quite aggressive with everything. But I put some more rules behind us now, yeah? So these are the rules that we've got here. Let me get rid of that shit. I don't need that shit. Yeah, sweet. So these are the rules that we're going with right now. Okay. Max loss per trade right now with the account balance that we're sitting at is $200. Now, the account's at 2,300, so that's just under 10%. I'm not going to be risking $200 every single trade. If I'm more confident on that setup, I might risk $200. This is the max loss per trade, so that's the max risk that I can put on per trade until we get to at least 4K. I think $200 will be all right to get to 4K with, and then we can up our risk to maybe 300, 350 at that point. The maximum loss I'm going with per day is 600. Okay, so that is 3 full risk trades, and then that's me done for the day. Now, with that being said, I've put 4 losing trades maximum per day, because if I'm risking, say, I'm risking $100 or $60 or $70, and then I lose 4 times, I'm still going to stop trading, even though I haven't lost $600, if that makes sense, because I'm most likely at that point I'm just being a douchebag, so I need to pack it in. But yeah, like all the trades that I took over the last few days were valid, were full on valid. Some of them were a bit more antsy, you know, jumping in a bit too early. Should have waited for specific levels to get hit. But yeah, as I said, I am trading this aggressively, do you know what I'm saying? So that's okay. As long as the risk is good and the reward is there, I'm willing to risk for it as long as I'm getting confirmations and stuff to tell me. I'm not just going to place a trade because I think so, I want it. But yeah, so 10% maximum risk is what we've got on here, but the maximum risk what we're going to be going with is 200 right now. Sweet. But with that being said, that'll be $230 right now, but I don't need to risk that extra $30. I can keep it at 1 to 5 right now. With 2 bills, it'll be a K. So we need to hit 2 1 to 5s at 2K, and we'll be at 4K, and then we can up our risk a little bit, and then we should be all right. You know, this is how you're going to scale properly and compound your account. And if you guys want to do this challenge yourself, then by all means do it. You know, it's not a difficult thing. We're not sitting here gambling it. You know, I didn't risk fucking 50% of the account when I first started. No, I was patient with it. I waited for a nice trade, caught a nice trade with 10% risk, and hit like a 1 to 9, 1 to 10. So we was up, doubled the account in one day, but with good risk and good trading, not with luck and gambling and over risking. You know, most of the account flips that you see, they'll fucking risk the whole account on the first trade, and it's like hopes and prayers with a bit of strategy that this trade bangs off so that the account can continue. But that wasn't what I was going for here. I want to show you guys that you can risk accordingly, and you can trade professionally, and you can actually scale up nicely. And if you're doing this alongside trading your funded accounts, then you can be scaling up your personal account quick whilst funneling more profits in from your personal account, and you're going to see your account scale up very, 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 very fucking fast. Now, the rest of the rules I've got set here is after winning a 1 to 5, you can only take 1 more trade regardless of how many places that day, regardless of how many trades placed that day. Of how many trades placed that day. So for example, I've got 4 losing trades under the belt per day. If I take a 1 to 5, nice win off the bat, cool. I can take 1 more trade in confidence, or you know what I mean, like when you have a nice win, you're always feeling confident, you always got the fucking, your balls grow a bit and you're like, all right, sweet, yeah, I'm gonna rinse it. But them times you can either do very well or you can either fuck it up. So I've left myself 1 more opportunity after a nice winning trade. If I've still got more trades under my belt, say I've lost 3 times, this is my last trade, and then I hit a 1 to 5, that rule does not apply. I'm not taking any more trades. That's my 4 trades done. But if I've taken 2 trades, say, and I hit a 1 to 5, I can then take 1 more trade. If I've had 1 trade and I hit a 1 to 5, I can then take 1 more trade. And then, you know, I'm willing to close the day with either a 1 to 4 or maybe possibly a 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, depending on what that last little trade that we take does. And then the last rule that I got here is move stop loss to break even and trail your stop loss if holding past 1 to 3, because I had 2 positions reverse on me now, which were right at the fucking tippity top of the take profit. I didn't take a loss on them, but I did hit break even. One of them I was up like $600 or $700 on, which was fucking good for the account, you know, and I didn't close it. I was about to close it, and then I had that reversal, just that 1 candle take half the profit, and I was just like, oh fuck it, at that point I didn't really give a shit, so I left it. Did hit break even, but yeah, it's minor. it's all good. But yeah, that's why I've put that rule there. So I'm always, if I'm holding past, trying to get a big ass trade, I'm always going to be in a bit of profit and taking some profit, and then I'm risk free on the trade, so I can just have peace of mind at that point. So yeah, those are the rules that we're going with right now. The dashboard is looking all right. Everything's been okay. The win rate was a lot higher before yesterday. Take a few retarded trades. Again, this is some of these are break-even trades as well, which are maybe like $1 or $2 losses. But you can see, oh, they've got the trades here, so you can see the recent trades that we have taken. Click view more. You can go through all of these. So, boom. We've got $37 at risk here. Yeah, tight, not a lot. $67 at risk. I believe this was the start of yesterday. $76 at risk here. Okay, so what? We lost no more than $200 at that point. Yeah. The second trade, the fourth trade that we placed, $540 profit locked in, and then again $702 profit locked in. So you know our risk to reward here is fucking say no more. You know, it's over 10x what we're losing. You know. $37 at 540, 67, 540, and 76 at 702. It's very nice. Yeah, that's good. And then we proceeded to lose 100 and lose 15. And then we made another 269 and another 433. Yeah, you can see the risk is managed. The risk is very consistent and consecutive. $87, $46, 59, 118. There's a small losing streak, but then boom, we get our nice one back here. And you can even see this like, look at this from your funded account perspective, yeah? 3 losses blew your account. But in the next trade, you would have been way up in profit. And then the trade after that, account passed, yeah? 2 more trades, losses. Oh, now you're scared, yeah? You might be blowing your account. But then you're good again. Oh no, but then you have a 4 loss streak. Now your account's gone, yeah? But whereas you've got a personal account and you've got the full access to the account. There ain't no one taking you out after fucking 3 losing trades or 3% down. So yeah, if you're at a stage now where you're not got a personal account, you need to make one, because you can prove to yourself that you're actually a lot better trader than you think, instead of blowing these accounts and then passing these accounts and then blowing them and then getting a payout and then blowing it. Like, you need to be building up your personal account, even if it's slowly, because you will see that over a month, over 2 months, even over a week, you're extremely profitable. It doesn't matter if you're losing the account or not. You know what I mean? Like, straight away, if this was an account that we had bought, whatever, and I risked 1%, the account would have been blown. But the next 2 trades, it's a 1 to 5 and a 1 to 7. You know, the account's basically passed from that one trade there, so 1 to 6 to pass top step. You know, then likewise here, if we had started here, you'd been 2 trades down, but the next ones, you got 5, 6, 7, almost 8% there. 4, 5, 6, about 7% there. You know, but then again, you would have been in profit. You would have passed the account again because there's 1% loss here. Here, if you had started the account here, whatever, you would have been 4 trades down. That's it. You've blown the account. But then the next few trades, you know, you make 350, lose 2-3, and then 8-3-7. But now you can start to see. That's that point out of the way. Let's get back to looking at the trades. Yeah, you can see I've started to up the risk a little bit here. Is this going to give me the chart? No way. If it does, that's off key. What is that? That is crazy. I didn't even know that I could do that, bruv. Oh my god, boys, that is fucking insane. Yo, TradeZilla is sick. I'm new to this TradeZilla, bruv. Right, well then let's go fucking, now you can see then. So I was trying to short here, got shagged. This was a nice short. Oh, this was the 1 minute, $837 in 1 minute. Lovely. Had this oh, fuck me, I ain't even got my tools and shit, bro. What's going on here? Oh god. Lovely little order block here. Boom. As soon as I see price break that 1 minute, I was in as soon as I see it coming up, boom. And then yeah, literally 2 minutes, $837, and we was fucking laughing at that point. But this is wicked. I didn't know that we could actually go through like this. I lost $237 on the next trade, which was another short position, which again I would have been alright with, but because I'm trading tight, trading aggressive, if I'd been more patient, would have been okay. I think this might have been the trade. Is that the trade before this one? Possibly, it looks like it. It looks like it. Yeah. Nice. But you can see, all the trades that we're taking, they're always at hourly highs, hourly lows. The mid-range ones, you'll notice that they're a lot more lower risk because they're mid-range, of course, and I'm trying to trade continuations. Here, aggressive entry, ended too early. If we had been patient, waited for this order block to get tapped, that would have been nice. Could have definitely made some good profit out of that. But instead, $118 loss. $59 loss. What was that? There you go. Yeah, that was a short position here. Low risk. Clearly was on the wrong direction there, mate. Fuck it out. Can I make this any bigger? That would be handy. Apparently not. Nice. Oh, this is wicked. So then, what was this? This was Tuesdays, and that was a profitable day of $1,000. Let's go to the 11th then, and let's have a look here. So, on the 11th, first trade was a loser of $37. Easing into it. Looks like we tried to go long. Most likely targeting these highs for a sweep. Got stopped out on that. No worries. Second trade, $67 loss, which was a long position. Again. Oh, so I tried to long again after we got stopped out there. After we got stopped out of that one, I got stopped out about here. Tried to enter again. This one, tried to sell. So I flipped my buyers here. Then I said, "Oh, fuck it." Oh, I was in profit though. Okay, so we sold here. This is what the trade was here. Apparently, stop loss above these highs. Was most likely targeting a bit of a big dicky trade, and ended up getting stopped out of that. Oh, this was, okay, I remember what this was. So this trade I was up, I remember like $300, I think. It was nice. And then I ended up getting reversed on, but I wasn't at the chart. At the same time I was getting reversed on, ES was actually forming our strategy perfectly. So what I should have been doing was buying ES, but instead I was trying to fucking sell NAS. So I caught buys on ES here. We caught this big nice pump here. Took out these highs. Was aiming just above them. $540 locked in. Then again, we took another trade, $702, which was a short position. So after price, broke down, had a 5-minute market shot to break, tapped into a fair value gap here, continued down. I got in on a sell with my stop loss above, I think it was just literally right above this fair value gap. I normally give it a bit of leeway around about here. And then we got out of our trade. Oh, that was a beefy one. Look at that, boys. All the way down here. So basically targeting those same lows that we was trying to target earlier. But we made that back and some in the first one. Second trade was a banger. And yeah, that left us at $1,060 profit for the first day of trading. Second day of trading, $1,035 profit. You see we started off again, 2 losers, 2 winners, 4 losers, 1 winner, 1 loser, 1 winner, 2 losers. Day done. 1,035 again. And then yesterday, which was the bit of a yeah, like I don't know what I was doing yesterday. Yesterday needs to be studied, fuck knows. But we lost. Oh, I didn't know I lost at that. Must have been a ballsy one that I went for then. Oh yeah, that was the account was sitting at. Oh yeah, the account was sitting at about 2-3 at that point. So I was trying to risk 200, and then I ended up risking 300. And then I took another trade. I said to myself as well, I shouldn't trade anymore. But the setup came for this one here. These ones were all me trying to short, I'm sure. I was trying to short that accumulation that I showed you earlier. This fucking one here. Yeah. So I was trying to short all of this. All of these trades were all shorts here. I think maybe the ES ones were, oh no, they were shorts too. But then we ended up catching the actual short. So after price come into session, it come up, took out London highs, took out all-time highs, broke down structure, and then I got in a nice sell, which was in this 1 minute fair value gap here. Exited at the accumulation that was before, because Nasdaq had already taken out all of London liquidity and Asian liquidity down here, so we was using that as a lagging indicator to target this accumulation range, which was already taken out on that, so I was cool with that. Left that, got a 962 in the bag. Now we was in profit for the day. We was cushy, and then I decided to carry on trading. Lost 165, lost 187, lost 50, lost 75. And then I was actually in a call with one of my students last night, and he convinced me to put the fucking risky trade on, which was hilarious. And then we both just rode that to stop loss together, like geez. So that was funny, but we was low risk on that anyways. But yeah, so now the account is sitting at $2,319, and yeah, I'm waiting for today. Today is Thursday. We'll see what is going on. I don't know if we have any news today. There was no news yesterday. There's news today at 1:30. So yeah, should have some volume today. Should be able to make a bit of profit. We'll see what we take this account to. But yeah, I'm going to be doing updates on this account regularly, because I'm sure you guys are going to be interested on how this is going. So yeah, I'm going to do my best to record all the trades that I take as well. But now we've got TradeZilla. That's pretty overpowered, to be fair, because I can just run through the trades exactly how we did there and show you what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing well, and what I need to improve on, and the rules that we got going, etc. But yeah, that's basically how I've laid out the challenge. That's how we're doing so far. Once we complete the 10K challenge, we will continue and then do a 10K to 100K challenge, because why the fuck not? So yeah, all right, sweet as boys. Catch you in the next one.